And welcome to Local Edition on Time Warner Cable. I'm Steve Swatt with the Sacramento Report. In the next few minutes, we're going to talk about efforts at the state capitol to ban the internet sales of tobacco products and e-cigarettes. My guest this segment is Roger Dickinson, member of the State Assembly from Sacramento. Thanks for being with us.
Good to see you, Steve.
So why do you want to do this?
Well, the big problem we have is trying to prevent young people from taking up smoking. In fact, across the United States, 4,000 people, young people under the age of 18, take up smoking every day, at least for a first try, and 1,000 become regular smokers. We know what the ravages of tobacco products are, of smoking can be, to the point of being fatal. And so we want to try to prevent kids from having access. And online is becoming increasingly the preferred method of getting access for underage young people to tobacco products.
So you want to ban all internet sales of tobacco products? I mean, to adults, to kids, to anybody? Yeah,
because we have actually some restrictions that are supposed to apply to those underage, so that people who are of age can buy tobacco products online. The problem is the restrictions are routinely ignored by the online sellers. And in fact, there have been tests done where young people have gone online and within 7 or 8 minutes have been able to buy cigarettes online, because the websites they go to really do nothing to speak of in terms of age verification.
Tobacco, whether you like it or not, is still legal in this country. E-cigarettes are legal in this country. Instead of just banning completely the outright sale on the internet, why don't you go after the enforcement of some of those who are selling to minors, from California, let's say?
Well, it's just proven to be very difficult to distinguish between sales to adults and sales to minors, because the operators aren't complying with the law in terms of keeping records, and limiting access to their website. So the cleanest way, a simple bright line, is to say no tobacco sales online to anybody except retailers. So my bill would still allow sales to retailers. It doesn't restrict access to tobacco products for those who are legitimately eligible to buy them. They just have to go to a retail outlet and purchase them.
Might there be some enforcement problems if your legislation should pass?
I think that this would be much more easily enforced, because if there's an online sale, that would be a violation of the statute if my bill becomes law, and there would be no question about it. There's no ambiguity. It would be a clear, bright line.
Let's talk briefly about e-cigarettes, electronic cigarettes. Yes. Those are now very much in vogue, and there are places you can go to, smoking parties and things like that. Are we behind the times in trying to regulate this product?
I think we are, and we know that there haven't been detailed scientific studies, but some of the studies that have been done so far show a variety of emissions from e-cigarettes, including compounds such as benzene and other carcinogenic drugs. So before we see e-cigarettes as a panacea, as an answer to nicotine, I think we need to have more work done. And in this case, I think the precautionary principle needs to apply, that instead of waiting until we know there's harm and then acting, let's act proactively and make sure that we're protecting people before the harm occurs. It still makes sure that people can get access to these through retail sellers, though.
Can you act proactively to do something about e-cigarettes when the studies really haven't come through yet?
Well, I think you can, because there's enough evidence to suggest that there are adverse health consequences to those who use e-cigarettes and those around where e-cigarettes have been used.
Okay. Also, I assume it's a gateway product.
There are many who would argue that, right. Yes.
Roger Dickinson, Assemblyman from Sacramento, thank you very much for coming by. We appreciate it.
Thanks again, Steve.
And thanks to our viewers for watching Local Edition on Time Warner Cable. A reminder, you can see this and other interviews on YouTube, also on My Government On Demand. Have a great day.